What's up, guys? So before I do a car review on the Civic, I need to figure out if it's healthy or not. So I'm going to be doing an oil change and a transmission fluid change. And here's the engine that I'm going to be working with. This is Honda's D16 engine, and I'm going to check the oil level and see what it looks like. Looking at the oil dipstick, the oil level looks okay, but the oil looks a little dark to me, so I'm going to change this out. I got the oil filter, and the transmission fluid, and the first thing I'm going to do is jack up the car and put jack stands on it because safety is number one. You don't want a car falling on you. You can see the jack stand set up right here and right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain the oil, and the oil pan is located right here, and then I'm also going to drain the transmission fluid, and the transmission is right here. The oil pan bolt is located on the rear of the oil pan, and you can see it right there. The oil filter is located right below the intake manifold, so it's hard to see, but it's right underneath this intake manifold right here, and I'm going to remove it from underneath. And here's the old oil filter. I'm not even sure what kind of brand it is. It looks like a generic brand, and you can see that it has some writing on it, and I don't know what these numbers or numerals mean. I'm assuming maybe this was when the last time it was changed. The oil filter removal tool that I used is this one right here, and it's a universal one that can handle various sizes. You can see that the claws adjust to the size of the oil filter, and this has been doing me pretty good so far. So instead of buying multiple oil filter removal tools, this one can handle most of the sizes that I work with. So it works like this. You place it behind the oil filter, and in this case you place a 3/8 ratchet behind it, and once you start turning, the claws start closing, and you can see they're closed right there. And then once you turn the ratchet, it'll clamp onto the oil filter and turn it loose so that you can pop it out. And here is the Fram filter that I just bought. Now these aren't really great filters if you guys are real technical, so I understand that, but you know what, for a D16 this will do. I hope to replace these often, so I really don't care. They're cheap. But first thing I'm gonna do is put some oil onto the rubber seal right here. Okay, now I'm ready to secure this thing back on. To drain the transmission fluid, the drain bolt is right here, and it looks like I'm going to be using a 3/8 ratchet to loosen this. I'm going to use my long ratchet for the oil drain bolt on the transmission because it's going to give me better leverage. So that's a good sign. No metal shavings. Just greasy. The fluid color doesn't look too bad, but for peace of mind, I'm doing it anyways. Okay, I'm just wiping this down so you can see what it's supposed to look like. Now it's time to put the magnetic drain plug back in. I'm done draining the oil and the fluid, so now I'm gonna have to take off the jack stands so that the car is level and I can feel the oil and the transmission fluid from there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is at the second mark right there, and I haven't even started the car yet, so the fluid is gonna circulate through the engine and it's gonna drain from this second mark, so I'm gonna have to refill it again once I start the car. Here's the automatic transmission fluid dipstick, and it's pretty short compared to the oil dipstick from the engine, but this is also where I'm gonna fill the automatic transmission fluid. It's pretty deep down there, so I'm going to be using this longer funnel, which should be able to reach down there. I'm only doing a fluid change, so it should only take 3 quarts. If I was to do a full change, then it should take 6 quarts. And it looks to be where I need it to be, so I'm going to start the car and let the oil and fluid circulate in the transmission and engine and fill it a second time to level. Now I'm just going to do it a second time and fill it to level, and it should be good. Hopefully you guys can see this, but the oil level dropped halfway once I started up the engine and it circulated in there. You can see the first hole right there and the second right here, and the oil level is right in between. Here it is. It's right above the second hole right here, but I'm fine with it, so I'm gonna keep it this way. As far as the transmission dipstick goes, it looks to be about where it needs to be already, but I'm just gonna go a little above just in case. Hopefully you guys can see this. It is a little above the second marks over here, and I think I'm fine. Once the fluid circulates in the transmission, it should be dropping a little bit, so I'm okay. Make sure to dispose your oil or fluids at the proper locations, like your auto parts store or disposal sites. Also hit the like and subscribe button, because I'm going to be bringing more content out with this car in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one.